Courage is about persistence, perseverance, and passion. It's about displaying virtues even though it might not be comfortable to some.
Courage is kind of stepping out of your zone that you're comfortable in and doing something that you want to do either for the betterment of the world or to help somebody. The situation I was in was I was just at In-N-Out with a couple of friends, and that's when 10 to 12 other teenagers who I didn't know who they were approached us. One demanded money from me, and then when I told him no, he tried to get in my car, and then when I stepped in front of him, that's when I got hit in the head with brass knuckles from behind. A couple weeks after, maybe a month after, that summer, we thought of why do we even need brass knuckles in our communities? At first, I started with writing my local legislators and lawmakers. Unfortunately, it didn't pass in the state, so we went to our city levels, and after meeting with council board members and mayors, the city of Chandler first passed a brass knuckles law banning minors from possessing them, and then Gilbert, and then Tempe followed along. It's really meaningful to me, even if I prevent one kid from getting attacked with brass knuckles. I don't want anybody else to go through what I went through, and kind of gives the message to teens who do this kind of stuff, like, we're not here for it.
I would define courage as taking a deep breath and then taking a step forward into uncertainty.
Courage for me is the ability to act despite of the fear you feel in the moment. What happened in the bank is I was just sitting at my desk and I looked through the window, and this car, he parked parallel to the parking spot. That was bizarre. I went to the window. So the guy already was trying to open the door. He dropped something. And then he went back to pick up whatever he dropped and then opened the door of the car. That's when I saw the gloves. I saw the front of his face. And then I went to press the locking button. And then when he came back to the doors, they were locked. He couldn't get in.
I want to talk about Miss Erica Andrade here and being recognized for the Meritorious Conduct Award.
The feeling that I had preventing the robbery was, I did not realize it until the officer said everything that I would prevent it from it. And for me, it was just, I push a button. It's not a big deal, but eventually it was. I feel proud of myself that I was alert and I prevented to a criminal to do things that isn't supposed to happen.
Courage is it's like you keep pushing forward and you keep trying. I tell my brain, you got this.
Courage is finding the inspiration to do something in purpose for me. Had I not had the courage to leave my abuser when I was 19 years old, I would not have been able to be the mother that I am today, and then turn around and start a nonprofit organization, Genesis Women's Center, and be able to serve victims of domestic violence here in Arizona. It's that courage that I found within that I can now exemplify for someone else to find that same courage for themselves to get out of their situation.
One vehicle in the lake. We have one occupant in the driver's seat, appears to be unconscious.
I don't necessarily think that what I did was per se courageous. So I was just in my room watching TikTok and of course watching TikTok. And my dad noticed that a guy had driven his car into the lake. So I ran outside to go try and check on him. I don't swim very often. I had all my pants on and stuff, so swimming wasn't exactly easy. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do much, but the fire department did come in time. I wouldn't necessarily say I feel a certain way about how I acted. I would do it again. I would hope that most other people in my situation would have done the same thing, or at least something to try and help.
I think everybody has courage because everybody can do a lot of things.
Everybody has the ability to do something, doesn't matter how small it is. And just telling the truth just pressing a button and try to do something that it makes you feel good.
How I have courage is I make people happy.
Don't be a bystander. Don't watch things unfold. If it's not for someone else, do it for yourself. Do something to make yourself proud.
Think of it as a small step, and if you take that step every day of every week, of every month, of every year, you can make a big difference.
Once you find the courage to do something that you've been wanting to do, the world can be a better place.
Well, I have courage. I was very nervous about doing this interview, but I decided to take a leap forward, and now I'm here.
It's definitely good to be courageous. You're not here to step out and go, I did that. But it is kind of like, I did that. You'll never know what you can do until you try. That's courage.